So, good morning, Jessica.
Good morning.
So, we are on the closing session of this wonderful workshop. And so, how was your experience over last 48 hours?
Awesome. Actually, there were still issues in the team. Yesterday night, we presented to Vehernosh and Pawan, and we actually overshot the time limit. We went above 30 minutes. We went 37 minutes.
Okay.
Then also they had some content to finish. Then Vehernosh was like, just stop. You already overshot 7 minutes like that. Then what happened Saturday and Sunday. Actually, this lady was the person who gave the idea of Dr. NLP. So once that Dr. NLP idea came, it came on Monday or Tuesday last week, and um, she wanted the second part also to be skipped. I said, let's take the theory for a few minutes. Nothing, nobody will mind. Everybody is doing only theory. Other teams, let's take it as a theory only. Then she said, no, don't take it as a theory. Let's make it like a skit like that. Then Dr. NLP, she blurted out. Okay, so I took that concept and I changed it. There are seven symptoms of decision making sickness, and if sick decisions are made, etc., how to make healthy decisions, something like that. I made that whole concept and built it on that Dr. NLP only. And what happened Friday or Saturday or Sunday, all these 3 days from Friday night, she has been telling us, no, Dr. NLP means it's like teasing Mahenosh itself. We should not, he's also doctorate and he's also into NLP. We should not tease him like that. No, she was giving some lame reasons and trying to cancel out that Dr. NLP concept itself. And I had built everything on that only. Then she's like, there are 2, 3 slides only. You're introducing yourself as Dr. NLP. We can remove it. Nobody will mind. Like that. Now she was keeping on saying, and let's make it coach. Let's make it coaching clinic, etc. Coach will never have clinic first of all. Like that. Now I started to say. Logically, this meets purpose more than coaching. This I already messaged to her on Friday. Then again
Okay.
on Saturday she came. She convinced the other guys this is not going to work out. This is like teasing Mahenosh. We should not put anybody else's feelings in jeopardy just so we can perform this, that. No, she was saying everybody was like, actually, Thursday itself, I presented my idea to all of them. This lady did not join. So all of them agreed. Only she was having a problem on Saturday. And people were like, Sunday we are going to present. We can't modify right now like that. It's just 2 slides she has. I've already seen it. We can remove it, etc. Then again on Saturday, she was fully saying we have to remove this. This content is bad, etc. Then I told Mehernosh and Pawan are the first people who understand very clearly that this is just a concept and skit. So they will never take it seriously as long as we are delivering content properly without any glitches. Then they will not take it seriously at all. Like that, I said. Then also Sunday again she came, she said, let's modify. Then I said,
Okay.
modifying right now will not work. It's morning now. My mind is set to this doctor concept. I have bought like one white color coat also. I have some specs, etc. just to display this. I have all these things ready, set up. So I need to perform with this concept only. It is 5 days I have been practicing with this. Now, if you come and tell that coaching we have to go, it is too late. Then I said I'll not be available for next 3 hours. I left for a movie. Then she spent the next 1 hour convincing the other guys that Dr. NLP is bad. Then
Okay.
after I came back around 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, she was like again saying Dr. NLP needs to be removed, blah blah. She's always not listening. From day one, she has always been against me. Then I told her, startup was your idea, Dr. NLP was your idea. Now modifying coach, it's too late. That is all I'm saying. Many things you only planned and decided for this team. I stuck to it. You said my PPTs were nonsense. I also managed to modify all my PPT content, ensured there were no additional wordings, ensured only images are there to explain. Maximum best I have ensured to qualify your words.
Mm.
Now again you are coming and saying this, like that I spoke. And she kept saying she was using blamer statements. So she was keeping on saying, you're always rigid, you're not at all listening, you're not at all flexible. Why can't you apply behavioral flexibility, etc.? She was asking. Then I said,
Mm.
same for you, same for you. You have also been the same way. Like that, I just told and I kept quiet. Then all the other guys were trying to convince her and convince me. Okay, they were like, "You at least listen. You at least listen," like that. And then they were like, "Leave her. No, she's doing her part. Who are you to say she shouldn't do her part in this manner? You are not part
Mm.
of that skit. Leave it," like that and all. Then she was like, "No, no, she's always getting her way or like this. You guys don't support her like that and all." Then I actually joined the seventh member, okay? That seventh member also was trying to say, leave it, no, whichever suits the concept better, we will do it. You don't talk like that, she told to him, okay? You are not a person to talk because he got joined in by me. So she was thinking like he's going to support me. For me, any concept is better only, he was trying to say. But this lady was like, you don't talk, you don't know what happened since the day one. So the others here, they know. So they will know whom to support. Like that, she was keeping on. Then finally, something she blurted out. Okay. She said, I don't want her to be Dr. NLP. If anybody else, like I had prepared full Word document for all the dialogues, everything was ready. So she said, somebody else had to take up that Dr. NLP role and not me. Then she is fine with the concept. Then only everything came out, and she blamed me that I was very egoistic and all. Yesterday I didn't talk anything. I just put myself on mute, heard other people talking. Then this lady from UK was like, uh, "Can I tell you one thing?" And she said, let it go," like that. She was thinking, okay. Everybody tried to console her, and I didn't talk much. I was angry, but I didn't talk much. I just said, uh, same kind of feeling I'm getting from you for that when she blamed that I was rigid and not flexible. Other than that, I didn't talk much. Then every time she's getting her way out, like that, she was blaming. Then one guy called me. He said, "You agree? She's not agreeing." Then I said, "See, it's too late to agree, and
Mm.
I'm not fighting for ego. I'm fighting for analogy. This works better than coach. Trust me,
Mm.
this will be big." And then finally, that lady was calmed down by the other guys. I don't know how. There was a cut in that 40-minute meeting by Zoom. Then another 40 minutes when it started, somebody else had made her convinced. And she was mad only. But finally, we did it. And finally, towards the end, like Mehanosh also said, be in appreciative frame. And I also felt very good after completing. Like, I felt awesome. Like, finally, we have done it, and everybody enjoyed it. Like, in my doctor's kit, only 7 structure analysis I will explain. Then what happens is to my assistant, I'll explain. Then what happens is there is a skit where one lady comes with the first boyfriend breakup. Then she says 7 guys' names she can think of. We try to chunk sideways and go, and she says 7 boyfriends she can think of. Then all the 7 names from this group only, master practitioner only. Then last 2 names are Pavan and Mehernosh. Okay. Then finally we write Pavan's name in one paper and Mehernosh's name in one paper. Keep it in your left lap and read through kinesthetic eye and see what you feel and tell me if you are able to find one name. Then she does that and she says, I'm able to think of one name. Then we don't reveal it's Pawan or Mehernosh. We just say that it's one of the names she has picked. And then I give her 70K as a bill. Then my assistant says, she came to you for heartbreak and you gave her a heart attack like that. So then then what happens is that's not my problem. She can go to the other hospital for fixing the heart attack. Heartbreak has been solved, right? Like that I asked. Then another guy comes. with him, we with this lady, we do four different zero. She is actually having zero options. Then she is having single option. Like first zero option is like she is trying to get back with this boyfriend. Then she is going for arranged marriage option by her parents. Then too many choices we have with seven boys she can consider. Then we bring it to one, two options, then one. So this is how ours goes. Then another guy comes, and he is like he has broken up with his seventh girlfriend. Okay, and and he is like everybody was like seven girlfriends like that and all. Okay, in the chat only. So then he was like his name is also Satesh. So true to my name, like that he says. Okay. Then what then what happens, I tell, okay, you had seven girlfriends, that means you had inappropriate criteria. What do you look for in a girl? Then he says, no, no, actually, um like the I know when I meet a girl, something he says. Okay, so then another criteria will come, inconsistent criteria, like that one option is there in decision strategy, that will come. Then another thing he says, like, I know when I meet the girl that she is the one, like that he says. Then you have incorrect evidence. Tell me what you look for in a girl. Then we do values. He just says, I want her to support me, help me, be kind to me, be loyal to me, etc. Then we say, okay, you are looking for love, support, kindness, all these loyalty, all these values. Do you think of anybody with these values? Then he says, I remember my first girlfriend itself was like this. Then he's like very, very happy, pays me and all. And then my assistant comes and says, you actually solved this problem like that. Then I tell her like, no, no, I went and attended her his first girlfriend's wedding last week only. He will definitely come back like that. So then they say she is not Doctor NLP, she is Doctor Greedy. That's it. So this whole skit I prepared with doctor only, it will be nice, no? So then she had to be put down by the teammates, and finally we did it. And finally, I also sent appreciation frame to everybody. Like all of you, it was great experience to work. And in all these seven people, we were one lady was doing awesome. She was from UK. I told her like she wanted to become a coach from Scrum Master. I told her you already have the qualities to become one, because day one only when me and this lady had a fight, she came in between and she said, let me do the facilitation here. And she took that responsibility. People were not ready to listen to her. They didn't understand what Scrum Master is and what she was trying to do, but she was really awesome. She was trying to put the ground rules and agenda, and she was trying to do it beautifully, but people didn't they didn't listen to her. So then that one I appreciated. Then yesterday also, she when we again had that fight, she talked very maturely. She said, let's do everything nicely together, etc. Something she said was very, very mature. Not any person cannot say that. She should be around her 30s or something, but she was really awesome. And I personally sent her a text. She was sick yesterday, and despite that, she came. She showed up, and she did my assistant part. She was really awesome. So I sent her that message, and in the group, I put all the messages to everybody, and I appreciated this lady also. Like she did the planning, she did who can do what, many things she did, and she was really good at what she was doing. And equally energetic she was. I'm thinking she should be around 45 plus, but she was showing awesome energy. And one problem, and I finally told her that both our skills and talents were complementing each other at the end, like that I told her. Then this guy, one of these guys, he was telling Mehernosh directly, stating that there were many issues in the team. We were not at all in rapport and never in appreciative frame. This and all he was directly telling to Mehernosh towards the end. And he was telling my name also. He said, there was some problem last week. I called this girl and said to her, she has to listen to me. Then she said, okay, sir. And everything solved there only, like that and all he was telling. Then Mehernosh was telling that at least like towards last minute only the team came as one to present each other's part. But however, there were so many issues in between, many inconsistencies were there. Only last minute we all came together like that. And all he was telling, and Mahanush said, "At you are saying only, but I am saying it happened at the last minute." So it happened. It happened is the most important point. All of you came together, put it, and nobody could even identify there was any issues with your team. It was a beautiful skit. Everything was so nice and all. And they said nothing else. They said they really enjoyed. And but one thing was it was right before 8 to 8:30 only we got that slot because another team messed up and they really wanted to present at 7 p.m. only. So that team had one of their members had issues with the internet power cut, and so Mehanosh said another team to perform, and we weren't there at that time. Two of our members were there. So some other team presented at 7 p.m. Group 8. Then Mehanosh directly said Group 6 will present now.
Wow.
So one of our members got angry actually. 7:30 is our slot. Who is taking our slot like that? Then that lady said, my power is out. I don't know how much laptop backup I might have. Let me present now. So then we said, okay. Then 8 p.m., 8 to 8:30 only we presented. And immediately after we overshot by 37 minutes and Mehanosh wanted to give that break, no, 8 to 8:45. So he said like, okay, let us go for a break like that. We didn't get enough comments from people, but whenever we were presenting there were a lot of chat comments. So that was that's what everybody was saying, like ours was mostly enjoyed by everybody like that. So it was awesome experience and I could feel that enlightened feeling at the end like I have grown in this place, etc. And one more thing is that I have told you there is some pattern, right? When I'm in a group, there will be one person who doesn't like me and try to ruin things for me. This pattern has been there, and I'm seeing slight shift in this pattern in the past two, three incidents. Already, I told you this shift in my office. One of the guys was absolutely supporting me, and here also one guy was supporting me. He became my fan and all, and he was supporting me towards the end. So somewhere the twist in that pattern I'm able to see because I'm putting a lot of effort and somebody is able to see that I'm putting that much effort. They are able to feel like, okay, she can do what she's saying. So let's believe her like that. So that is a good thing. Somewhere I am doing all these things. Dedication, inspiration is always there in most of the things I'm doing. Sometimes it is at a very desperate level also, that dedication and inspiration. And sometimes I don't get to that state of enlightened feeling. Like once I complete that work, uh, this time I could feel it, but some small things that I need to keep with myself, not to that extent. I'm not able to feel that enlightened feeling after completing some work. Or talking to someone also, maybe inspiration is there. I've heard many people say like I'm inspired by you. Dedication, again, I'm not able to see as much. Enlightenment also, only few times I have made the other person enlightened, but I have done it. It's like somebody would come to me with zero options and I would give them some options. And this feeling I want to get more, what I have been thinking. But I was writing I bought some color pens, sketch pens, brush pens and all. And I kept writing these words multiple times
Mhm.
in a paper, and I was internalizing that. Yes, so that was there, and enlightenment. I'm still wanting to get there, but uh, that's a thing I'm not able to see clearly yet because what is that enlightened feeling I'm supposed to feel at the end? If I'm able to understand that clearly, then I can work towards that probably. That is a thought I was having.
Cool. Absolutely awesome. When people are experiencing inspiration from you, you are already showing dedication anyway. You
Okay.
don't need to struggle for it. It's coming to you naturally. Unless you are dedicated, it's very difficult to inspire somebody else. You
Sometimes
really
uh,
need to be dedicated for that.
sometimes when it is for others, I'm able to do it faster. But when it is for me, there is a lot of convincing that needs to happen,
Yeah, quite likely, because when you do it for others, then you actually become the person you want to become. When you do it for yourself, you doubt, because their two identities conflict with each other. One is me, and another one is mine. So it's like my dedication with am I dedicated? My inspiration with am I inspired? So always that conflict will be there between conscious and subconscious mind. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a very healthy sign that now you're actually comparing. Otherwise, you were not even doing that earlier. So now you're actually comparing, you're actually figuring out whether that is exactly happening or not. Are we actually experiencing it or not? So it has to happen at both the ends, both at the conscious as well as subconscious level. So it's perfectly all right. And enlightenment, this is what enlightenment is all about. When you are unable to explain it, that is what enlightenment is all about. It's very difficult to explain. Enlightenment is something that you are experiencing it, but you are unable to explain it to somebody. You are express it to somebody. So enlightenment is already there. I can see it, I can sense it. People can sense it. That's why they're coming to you, they're getting inspired by you. It's not just like happening just like that. So unless you are in that enlightened state, you cannot radiate that those vibrations of inspiration and dedication. So it is already there.
Yeah, and I think enlightenment also follows this rule. One of the workshops, I mean, one of the morning satsangs you were talking, right? That already we are that. Something you had that whole week we were discussing that whatever you're seeking outside is already within. Something I don't remember the exact title, but we were discussing that also. So I think enlightenment also is a state where I should feel like I'm already there.
It's not a should be, you are.
Yeah.
It has passed that domain of should be. It has passed that toll gate. That should be wala toll gate, it has already crossed.
Right. And I feel really awesome. I don't know. There was a lot of shifts in me, turning points for me in all these workshops. I have turned out digitally calm also yesterday, and I feel like yeah, and you are talking slowly also. And see, one other thing I was telling Mehanush also that when I am talking to people, like especially this group, right? I am a visual person, and there were auditory person. This new guy who joined, he was completely auditory, so he was able to listen to me at the speed I was talking and internalize things. But what happened, I was not able to connect with people who were kinesthetic and auditory digital because I was fast. They were not having enough time to feel it or think about it. So most of them were like, even after I presented the whole idea, they were like, "What did you just say now?" Like that, they were not at all sure. And like they were, I saw something from the beginning to the end, but somewhere they were not able to see that. Even when I talked to them multiple times, then I had to explain the same thing to them two, three times for them to even think, okay, that is something she's saying and it might work like that. So I had to repeatedly say for them to get it, and I had to slowly say it. Those things and all, I started to realize that I am like I need to fine tune that skill when I'm talking. So when you speak, you are giving pauses and you're making other people think and feel. I generally don't do that, and in fact, I prepare if there is a 40-minute meeting, I'll prepare for 37 minutes. Sometimes I overshoot that also. So that's some learning I've been having, that I should, cut short at some point and allow people to think and feel and talk about what it is that they want to express. And that's where the learning will be for them. Like how we do in
Replace should
morning.
with must at least.
Must. I
Ideally,
must.
you should not use should or must, but even if you want to use should, replace it with must.
Okay. So I will be giving enough time, 20 minutes, only my content should be there. Uh, 20 minutes only my content will be there, and 20 minutes they will be able to speak. Like that I have to prepare henceforth. That was a major realization for me, and I have to talk a little bit slower. I shouldn't run. So these things and all I was able to realize. And I don't know, last time the assignment I did with some team, I don't even remember. Like everybody was taking care of it themselves, and I wasn't even sure of that much sure of NLP and the concept. This time, I knew I had some idea, and I was trying to present. And because I was participating more, I was able to think and see that somewhere I'm missing certain rapport concepts, especially in group rapport. Even if it is individual rapport, I'm able to sway them. Individually I'm able to talk in a way that is pleasing to them, but when it is in in a group, somewhere that rapport is getting broken. So these things I have started to observe, and this time this assignment was giving me so much learning. And honestly, somewhere these two coincided, our sessions and these 2 weeks of assignment preparation, they both coincided. Because of that, I was able to realize even more faster, because we were also discussing some of these incidents. And it's not the incidents that has happened here alone. For me personally, it
Mhm.
has happened in other places also. So there was much more learning this time. And this lady was more like a mirror of me, that's it. So she was also doing the exact same things, but somewhere since I put in more efforts, here also I won. Like I was the person who prepared the whole dialogue sheet, I was the person who prepared the whole PPT presentation. So she couldn't, I had all the original versions with me. She couldn't, she could only demand that it be removed, but she was not in a position to go and modify it. So that was her limitation. So some places it was advantages for me. Some places she also utilized her advantages. She knew exactly how to talk to those people who are listening to her and make them agree to her. So there were two people, three people, they were already convinced to what she was saying. So all that was happening. Somewhere they wanted to be listening to her. It was, and I, even if I had a lot of logical points to back my points, they were still listening to her.
Mm.
So certain things I really realized, because these two coincided only, that realization was faster. Otherwise, I would not have realized so much in such a short time. But everybody felt, after putting up a great show, they all felt we did a good job. So everybody felt that state of appreciation and enlightenment. Some of them might have felt, but it got over. There is nothing to be bothered about anymore, and I don't have to be in these conflicting situations like that. So awesome experience. And honestly, these I think 1 month this workshop went for. Every single day really was a new learning for me. And it was more like a switching on a light that showed more of where I was, it was like that. uh, I couldn't see clearly because all these things were normal to me, like blind spots to me. And it was like switching on lights and seeing actually those blind spots also. In many of the sessions I was able to feel that turning point, or like you said, like once this turning point is taken, you can never go back to that old state of yours. Many such realizations were there. I definitely recommend everybody to actually do this. In fact, that one lady who was troubling me, she needs this the most. So yeah, so another thing I felt is, when I am in a place where two people are fighting, there also I felt like I shouldn't be like, okay, let me watch them fight. I should be more like this woman from UK. She was taking charge. She was saying, okay, let me handle this situation for you both, since you both are not able to come to a consensus. That kind of a way I should be like that. That kind of inspiration I got. So many inspirations I got, but most people were not able to do that. And in fact, the fun fact is, everybody was absolutely indecisive in this group. We were talking about decision strategy, but I felt like most of us in this group were absolutely indecisive. They were not able to, there were two topics presented in front of them, and even
Mm.
when they were asked poll, to give a poll, they were very afraid to give that poll. what if this lady thinks of me badly? Something that was running in their mind. And even if they were given an opportunity to speak, they were not able to, say clearly, convey clearly what they wanted. So many places, even they had issues to say, support one person and leave out the other person. Even they were not feeling good about it. It was more like a question: what do you think, how it will look like? Do we really have to go for this option or that option? Even that they were not able to decide, which is why we had more fight. Like had they gotten involved, they said, okay, this will be better in this situation. The other person would have backed out and quieted down. One of us. So that wasn't there somewhere. So many realizations were there, and I felt like the best way is, like, I used to feel like, why be so professional to normal people? I am somebody who is very formal. So I used to think like, okay, should I really take up that kind of initiative in this forums like that? Really, I was able to see that it is important to send out agendas, MOMs. In MOMs also, we should include points of agreements, points of disagreements, points to decide in the next meeting, etc., etc. should have been in place, because it kept happening that people were overstepping the points that were agreed. So if we had the MOMs in place, this is what we all agreed to. Nobody can go and step back and say we didn't agree to it. So when we send that out, it will be very clear to everybody, setting the ground rules, setting the formal facilitation points, like what are the ground rules, what are the boundaries, what we shouldn't do, what we can do. So these little things, if we established in the beginning with all the members of this group, it would have gone a little more smoothly. So it didn't have to, turn out in this manner, like there were many fights even till the last minute we were fighting. So these things needn't have happened. These kind of realizations came to me. Sometimes being formal is better, because that gives out the entire, there was one guy who told me, I used to take agenda, take about 1 hour to format it and send it to people. Because I used to write the agenda, and they were all in a WhatsApp group. I had to type it and then send it across. So, because writing doesn't look that odd, but typing and keeping a laptop in front and typing, it may look odd in a circle of people. So somewhere I followed that. This guy was telling me that there were people who will just text in WhatsApp. Minute one, what was spoken. Minute two, what was spoken. Who were all there? Who came late? All these things they will note it in a just WhatsApp message. So directly you should take notes in WhatsApp, like that. He used to say, I do that. I do that whenever I speak with many people. I take a notepad and keep typing something. So it will not be in a very perfect format. However, that MOMs can be taken that way and immediately sent across. So this is something I learned. It needs to be done when it is a group, and when we are
Very
looking
true.
for group consensus.
Absolutely.
Consensus.
So, Jessica, rest of my life is the best of my life.
Definitely.
How was it? How did you experience that over last 2 days before we start discussing on this?
Awesome. Actually, after I was able to see more clarity, it was like this dedication, inspiration was already in me. Like when something I'm doing with absolute dedication. I have to do it more for myself, because that level of dedication is coming for exercise and all. So that has to come for me internally for myself. That is still I'm working on it. But enlightenment and other stuff, I need to really feel that more times. I feel that way after our sessions. Like when you tell stop, don't do anything, that time I'm able to feel a moment of shift in vibrations and all. So, like I was able to just have a touchdown with that enlightened state. More is necessary. At least in my own work, I need to feel those things so that I can always have that in me, that feeling in me. So that is pending.
Absolutely. What you can do, you can create intervals. Like for example, you create say a 4 hour interval, for example. So we say at 8 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock, then at 4 o'clock, then maybe again at 8 o'clock in the evening. And during those times, You give, say, 10 minutes to yourself. You just go into a complete isolation mode. Stay with yourself. Notice the vibration which you're already having. Just stay present to it, and you'll start noticing the vibrations of enlightenment when you are maintaining your DIE, when you're maintaining your dedication, when you're maintaining your inspiration. You will start experiencing it. And experiencing it consciously is most important. That's why you need to take these breaks. 4 hourly breaks is a very good way of doing it. 8, 12, 4, 2, 4, 8. So take a break for 10, 15 minutes. Even you can even go for a power nap in those breaks also, if you choose to. At those 15 minutes, you just get into a deep in like a deep moment where you are actually experiencing what is going on inside and start smiling, smiling inside. That okay, wow, this is what I did in last 4 hours. This is what I did in last 4 hours. This is how I made a difference to somebody else. This is how I made a difference to me also. Think about the projects that you're working. Think about the users who are going to use the programs that you're writing. What kind of experiences they will be having. What kind of enlightenment they will be having while using your programs, using the coding that you're doing. Now, whenever I write code, I exactly think like that. Whenever I write something, even when I prepare these documents for my presentation or the PDF files which I'm doing after each and every session. Every word that I write, I actually experience that how the other person will feel when he reads this, whatever I'm writing. What will be going through, what kind of experiences they will be going through when they will be reading, when they will be listening to me. So thinking of that will automatically give you an access to that state of enlightenment automatically. And when you're in that state of enlightenment, whatever view your projection is, one of the projection will be that enlightenment. One of the projection will be that enlightenment, and as a result, the other person will also perceive that projection. Other person has to perceive it, right? It should not just in a projection, but it must be perceived by the other person. So when you are completely dedicated to that kind of vibration, that yes, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I'm going to say. As you say, as you speak slow, as you speak less, what will happen? You will more focusing on whatever you are saying. But absolutely clear that this is the word I am saying, this is the phrase I am using, this is what I'm saying next. You will have more control on the sentences that you will be saying next. It won't be an automatic process as if that I have no control and I'm just talking out. No, you will start having control on it. You can visualize the sentence before you're saying it out. It's possible. I'm having those kind of experiences nowadays. So I know that more I practice it, the more I will be becoming like this. I will have full control on the next sentence and next sentence and next sentence before even I talk. I could see that this is where I'm going to stop this sentence, and next sentence will start with this, and that will end here. Then the next sentence will start like this, and that's how I started already visualizing. And that's how I say, if I need to make a correction before speaking it out, I make a correction also. I know that this word may not be the appropriate word while I'll be speaking. So I change that word. So I know that what will be my next sentence. So at least I can do with 2 sentences now because I'm practicing for almost last 6 to 8 months. So it is possible. And you have more control on it. And the slower you speak, you will have more control on it. And you will be talking exactly what is supposed to say, and you will be talking exactly what the other person is supposed to perceive. So your perception will be your projection, and the other person perception will be the projection that you are making. So when these two perceptions match, that is the point when enlightenment happens. That is when both of you are resonating at the same frequency. Like my perception is my projection, and my projection is your perception, and in that case, your perception should be my perception. Now, when your perception is exactly what my perception is, the resonance happens. And when that resonance happens, if I'm experiencing enlightenment, you will also experience enlightenment. As simple as that.
When you said this, I was thinking like chess. Like in chess also, it's not like you're planning current move only, you're planning 2 3 moves ahead. So even while speaking, we need to do that is a little new to me. Another thing is, I never used to think slowly. Okay, you used to keep saying things slow, things slow. There was, I think 1 or 2 months ago, I probably shared it in one of the satsangs. What happened? I was in my chess master's house, and he takes a lot of time to make his moves. So he's very old also. He's around 75 plus. So he takes so much time to decide on one move. And I start to feel very bored. I need to be stimulated, I need to keep thinking and all. So for me, that slowness is killing me, like that I was feeling. And I uh, usually have my phone to, I keep doing something on my phone. At one point, I felt like on my phone there was a less charge, so there was not much option for me to do on my phone also. Then I became very bored and very tired and sleepy. So in that moment, it was like a complete slowness I could feel because of the tiredness and sleepiness.
Mhm.
Then whenever I made the next move, I was able to completely see through things and move the next move. And slowly he crumbled. He was not able to win in that game. I never felt that way before because I used to be like, okay, you make this move, I make this move, like that. In that moment, all that stopped. Yes, move this. Okay, let me think these three pieces. Okay, like that, I was slowly doing it. In that moment, I was able to be more, more precise and made more progress, I felt. So yeah, so these things, while speaking also, I have to do is a new learning for me, basically.
Yeah. So we'll be talking about three things today. One is obviously the rest of my life is the best of my life. And whenever you are in a situation, when you're in a fix, that you discover that you are in a fix, you are unable to move further. Okay. You need to do three things. Okay. And these three things are, the first thought is the rest of my life is the best of my life. So if I'm stuck here, that's okay. I am stuck here because the best of my life is just happening right now. That's why I got stuck. It is for me. Okay. So step one is the best of my life is the rest. Sorry, rest of my life is the best of my life. This is the first thought. Second thought is never change the goal, change the strategy. Okay. I can take a whole workshop on this topic, but right now I'm just leaving you with this thought. Never change the goal, change the strategy. Okay. And for that, if you need to tweak your decision strategy, if you need to tweak your motivation strategy, if you need to tweak your convincer strategy, tweak it. By tweaking, you will actually discover that what is your actual decision and conviction and motivation strategies are. Now, normally, it's very difficult to change these because it already happened when you were a child. So what happens that you may not be able to figure out exactly which of the decision strategy is yours. So when you get into these kind of situations, you figure out that what is happening now and what kind of decisions you're going to take and how it is impacting your decision strategies. Like there are those 11 strategies which are part of the decision strategy. You figure out of those 11 which you think is right, and now you're discovering that it is not matching and you're stuck. So whenever you're stuck and it is not matching, figure out what is it exactly. Is it what you think you are, or is it not the same thing? It is something else. Like that day we were talking about attention direction. So you really need to figure it out from these situations. And to that, the first thing that you should focus on is never change the goal, change the strategy. When you change the goal, what is happening? You are avoiding to achieve that outcome. So when you're absolutely clear about that outcome, that this is the outcome I want to achieve, and you are discovering that there are certain things which are not allowing you to do that, change the strategy, but don't change the outcome. Okay. So never change the goal, change the strategy. This is one. And second one is think about it very carefully what I'm saying now. This is why not me and why not now? Okay. Now, why I'm saying so, this is the talk I delivered at a B school yesterday. So it was almost about 2 hour session for me. Almost last 30 minutes was a Q&A and 90 minutes was what I was talking about. So my topic was, why not me? And if the answer is yes, then why not now? So never change the goal, change the strategy. And who is going to change the strategy? Me. Why not me? And if it is why not me, then why not now? Okay. And the only answer to why not now is the rest of my life is the best of my life. So I just do it right now, no matter what. And this is possible when you're thinking slow, thinking less, thinking smart. Speaking slow, speaking less, speaking smart. Eating slow, eating less, eating smart. This SLS is the key to whatever you want to achieve in life. It's always SLS. You'll notice it in many activities. Even when you're taking a decision, take it slowly so that you don't need to take 10 decisions. You can take just 1 or 2 decisions and your job is done. It's not like you take a decision now and then you discover that this should not be done. So now you take second decision and then you discover, no, even this is not the right one. Then you take the third one and you discover, no, this is not the third one. And now you get panicked. And now you're taking 4 to 6 decisions in that state of panic. Thank you. And then you're stuck. Now what? The blunder has already happened. The damage is already being there. Okay.
Yeah.
So even when you're taking decision, take a pause. Figure out what are the decisions that we could take right now. And out of them, which one is the most appropriate one right now. So even decide slow, decide less, and decide smart. SLS is the key. Okay. And observe. Observation is everything. See, you know what happens when we do not observe properly? We delete a lot of information which is coming in our way because of our meta model. So make best use of your meta model. You can delete consciously whatever you want to delete. You can distort consciously what you want to distort. You can generalize consciously what you want to generalize. It's all possible. Instead of happening it by default, you can actually take full control on it. And how this is possible? When you think less, when you think slow, when you think smart. Because when you're thinking less, naturally you are focusing only on those thoughts which are important for you. You're not allowing the other 10 thoughts which is coming along with it. You're automatically deleting them. Now consciously. So 11 thoughts were coming to you, for example. Now, when you're consciously choosing, you're consciously choosing the one which is important for you. Otherwise, subconsciously, it is picking the one which may not be important for you, but it has to pick one out of those 11. So it just pick that one which is not useful for you. And based on that one, everything is happening. You remember that communication model of the mind?
Yeah.
Let me show it. Let us just have a quick discussion on it. That will be more useful for us. Hold on. I always love it. Okay, let me share the screen. See, the controls are here. All the filters which are here, you have entire control here. An external event is happening, 2 million bytes per second are coming. And you are receiving those data from these 5 modalities: sight, sound, feeling, smell, and taste. Now you're applying the filter where deletion, distortion, and generalization is happening. And that is based on values, beliefs, attitude, memory, decision, and language. Now imagine if you take control over here, that you choose which thought you want to think by slowing down your thought. As you slow down your thoughts, naturally numbers will slow down automatically. So though 2 million bytes per second is coming your way, you can choose how much of it you will allow. This is coming anyway, these 2 million bytes per second. But instead of allowing it by default, you can start choosing. And this is where all your decision strategies, motivation strategies, and convincing strategies are there based on your values, your beliefs, your attitude, your memory, your decision, and the language. This is deciding what you are going to delete. This is deciding what you are going to distort. This is deciding what you are going to generalize. Now, when you have less, you have more control on this filter. You think slow, you think less, then naturally you think smart. And naturally, then what is happening? It is impacting your internal representation of things. You have more control on your emotional state. You have more control on your physiology, and you have more control on your behavior, which is your projection. So coming back to the summary, the rest of my life is the best of my life. Never change the goal. If you're absolutely clear about it, change the strategy. And this is what is required when you talk to people. For example, you are sharing that when you are talking to people, you discover that after talking some time, they are not getting the message that you want them to get. Instead of saying 10 sentences and then asking the question, say 2 sentences and then ask the question whether they're getting a message or not. So that you are already in control of the situation. Rather than waiting it for 4 minutes, you can take control of the situation in the first minute itself. You can even tell them to paraphrase you. Just tell them that, so what did I say? Just say. Let them say it. So you know that, yeah, they are listening to whatever you are saying. They are perceiving what you want to perceive them, what you want them to perceive. You will also notice that you are in a state of dedication. You are in a state of inspiration. And say after 2 sentences, if they say, yes, I got it, and they say exactly what you are saying, you will automatically in a state of enlightenment. Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of getting the state of surprise, you can maintain the state of enlightenment throughout all those 10 sentences by saying 2 sentences at a time, taking our feedback, then moving to the next 2 sentences. So rest of your life is the best of your life. Like rest of my life is the best of my life. Followed by never change the goal, change the strategies. Followed by why not me and why not now.
Awesome. Everybody needs this workshop. Please finish your work and publish it. Awesome workshop. Really, I could feel the differences and the transformations in this workshop a lot more deeply. Thank you so much. Really grateful to you and the path you have crossed to get here.
Cool. I'm planning to have what would I say, that convocation ceremony for this program also.
Sure.
Come Sunday.
Okay.
Okay, we'll do it at 11 o'clock or maybe at 12 o'clock, whichever is convenient for you.
Okay.
And in that session, you will be doing most of the talking. It is more about what you gained out of your participation in the program rather than what I have given.
Hmm.
Like it's more about what you discovered for yourself. All you can just actually note down all your turning points, that with each session, as you moved into those turning points, how it impacted your quality of life. I would love to hear more of like, Pinaki, you are awesome. Instead of that, you say, I'm actually feeling awesome. So you need to share your experience heart out.
Hmm.
I don't know who is going to do this program after you. There may be many, but you got the best of it because it is only a one-on-one. Whoever wants to join this program next time, that person always has to have one more person with that, and that is you. So nobody can just single.
Yeah.
और किसी के भाग्य में ये होने वाला नहीं. It's only you.
Yes.
So I want you to be equally good enough to deliver this program. You have all the resources. You can listen to all the sessions. You can deliver this program or part of this program. Whatever way you want to do it, just do it. Start bringing those moments of transformations in people's life. You can do it in bits and bits, but start doing it. See, the best thing that will happen to you is that you will become more expert in living your life the way you want. The rest of your life is the rest of your life. You'll be actually starting experiencing that is just, it is like not only I am enjoying this transformation, but I can also give it to somebody. You may not be able to give it in the same structure which the way I gave it to you, but yes, you can pick up small incidents and share these experiences with them. Bring those turning points in their life. Learn from your own experiences. Learn how you are delivering the programs. Do it for free for some time, and then you can also start making money out of it. You must be making money out of it. But money is that benchmark which tells you how competent you have become unconsciously. Okay, you can also start taking programs this way, that okay, I'm going to deliver a program on this topic, and there is no fixed energy exchange. Whatever you want to donate, you donate. And what you can also do, you can take that entire money and donate it to say Milab, for example. That okay, this is my first session on this, or maybe first program on this. Take small programs, just 5-day program, not beyond that, over the week on a particular time for about not more than 30 to 40 minutes, and tell people whatever energy exchange you want to donate, but please donate. Because unless you put that energy exchange, you are not going to get any energy back. I will be giving a lot of stuff to you, but whatever you want to donate, just donate. It will not be disclosed to anybody. However, whatever money comes to you, you can show them that I have donated this money to Milab. And when you donate to Milab, Milab gives you your ATG certification. So whatever money you donate to Milab, you get a tax benefit on that.
Hmm.
And then you can share that this is the money I received from this workshop and I donated it to Milab, and this is the receipt. And that way will keep increasing the value of your equity.
Hmm.
Okay, and you will be experiencing more about these turning points in life, and you can also start giving these turning points in life of other people.
It's more like you transform now, give others.
Okay. So rest of your life is the best of your life. Rest of my life is the best of my life. Now I also picked up a wonderful poem from one of these trainings, and it is in Hindi. And it is so nice that I just chant that. It's more of a chanting. I chant that entire poem as a mantra every day in the morning or whenever I get an opportunity. And it's so nice. Just listen to it. It's beautiful. It says that in Hindi, मैं सर्वशक्तिमान हूँ, मैं ईश्वर का संतान हूँ, मैं ऋषियों का वंश हूँ, मैं परमात्मा का अंश हूँ. And imagine if I am all these, who can challenge me, who can beat me? Because I know this, many don't even know this. You got the meaning, right?
Not much. Ansh, those and all, I don't know.
Okay, let me explain it to you before I close this session. So, मैं सर्वशक्तिमान हूँ. Like I am a Superman.
Supreme, powerful person.
Yeah,
Okay.
supreme powerful. I'm a supreme power. I'm a Superman. ठीक है. The second one is मैं ईश्वर का संतान हूँ.
I am Ishwar.
ईश्वर is God. So I'm a
Santan.
child of God.
Sorry?
I am a child of God.
Child of God. Okay.
Okay, so if it had been in English, I would have said I am God's best child.
Okay.
Okay. Then comes the third one, which is मैं ऋषियों का वंश. Now, why I'm talking about rishi is that see, if I look forward to my, I'd rather look back to my forefathers. So one of my forefather was definitely a saint, definitely one of the rishis. Okay.
Okay.
So I am that rishi's
Descendant.
yeah, descendant, to put it very simple. So I am that rishi's descendant. And the fourth one is मैं परमात्मा का अंश. अंश is मतलब part. So I'm a part of that supreme consciousness.
Wow. Okay.
So see, if I am this, then who is going to beat me? Who can stop me if I'm all this?
Sometimes this can also cause, I understand that we are trying to pull ourselves from this overwhelm or underconfidence to this place of confidence and faith. Sometimes it might also go to that extent of overconfidence, right? If we think too much like I am big and all, it shouldn't go to that level. Like that humbleness should be there
Yeah, so
alongside
that's absolutely. So that is a prayer which I am telling myself that if I am so, who can? It's actually I'm telling myself that I'm unstoppable. So if anyone who is stopping me, it is me. It's not anybody else.
Yeah.
That's why I picked up this topic for this week. It is all that I need is within me now.
Yes.
I already have it. So if anything which is stopping me is anyone which is stopping me, it's all me, nobody else.
My own logics and my own devils. Yeah.
All right. So Jessica, thank you so much for being in this wonderful workshop. And it's my blessings that a divine angel like you is a part of this maiden workshop. Thank you being there. And rest of our life is the best of our life.
Release your book soon. Release your book soon.
Enjoy every moment of it. Enjoy every moment of this beautiful journey of life on this planet. Okay. And next Sunday, 11 a.m. is my choice. If you want to make it 12, we can make it 12. And prepare yourself. Review all the sessions as much as possible at whatever speed you want to review them. Okay. Don't change your goals. Change your strategies. To change your strategy, you need to discover what are your strategies are. You just need to get to that strategy. You just need to vibrate it have the resonance with that strategy. Okay. So that's what all about strategies. And the last thing is why not me? Why not now? Okay, because the only time that I have for me with me is from right now till I go to bed tonight. So naturally, why not now? Right? Stay in the vibration, maybe for at least half an hour, preferably half an hour. Let it uh, subside on its own. It may not subside in next half an hour. So if it takes more time, let there be more time till it settles down and make a difference to your life. Make your life amazing in every possible way, no matter whatever it takes. From right now till going to bed tonight, at least for today. If you can do it today, tomorrow also you can begin again, getting up in the morning and telling yourself, rest of my life is the best of my life. Don't change the goal, change the strategies. Why not me? Why not now? That's it. Bye-bye.